Welcome to the Shitty Channel. Today, we're gonna be working on this old Ford F-150. Got two things we're gonna be doing on this truck. So we got two videos coming up. I jumped the gun. I apologize. We're gonna put radio in this thing. The stock radio quit working. It's a little old, a little beat up. That's fine. That being said, it just came right out. Great. Awesome. So we've got a wiring harness kit and a new radio. It's a dual, I guess. AM, FM, digital car stereo. Man, these new radios are mind-blowing. The ones with no discs players, you know. I wouldn't believe if I didn't see it. That's it. What? But that makes it easier. Because, you know, you got less depth to mess with. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So here's the new radio, which comes with a bracket on it, like most do. And then we got a wiring harness kit for the Ford. Comes with all the different options. So let me show you where I got to before I remembered I had permission to film this. Okay, so I got the old radio out and I put the mounting bracket in. Now I did double check the plugs. They do plug together. Now I also had to use this little piece of emery cloth and just kind of sand a little, because it was just a little tight. But you want it a little tight so your radio don't come flying out. But once you get it snugged into place, see, these are things you always want to do first. You want to make sure your wiring harness is correct, then you want to make sure it fits. But once you get it into place, there's little tabs. See the little tabs? Yeah, you just push those up, down, left, right, and that bracket holds in there. And when you put your radio in, it's got two little clips on the sides that it all snaps to. So since we got this far, everything's correct, everything works, we're going to take our box and our paper up there and marry the two wiring harnesses together. Now we have two options to marry the wires together. They come pre-stripped, which is fantastic. You could, if you're trying to just be quick about it, old school way, tie them together, tape the far out of it, you're good. Middle school way, tie them together, but put your heat shrink on first, and then heat shrink the connectors instead of using tape. Got a bunch of those. But what we're gonna do is we are gonna use these butt connectors that have solder in them and heat shrink. That way, not only is it heat shrunk, the wires solder together. Now the best way to do these, use a heat gun, go slow. These are from Temu. These are from Temu. I still gotta do that product review, but I just wanted to test some things out. So with that being said, I'm going to try to get me a little jig set up, or whatever you want to call it, get a good camera angle and all that stuff. And then we get to, you go on here. If you're new to doing this, you go on here, you get your quick start guide out for your radio. And what you're looking for is the who's and the what's, go where's. And then you get your harness, which has the who's and the what's that go where. But this one, you know, it's covered up by a label. But that's okay, because I'm pretty darn sure everything is exactly the same. Because why wouldn't it be? You know, that's what this stuff is made for. So let's get on it. All right, we got our harnesses. These are the two that go into your factory harness. You connect them to the new radio harness. And then, what'd you know? It's plug and play. Okay. Yellow is your 12-volt power on the harness. And it says here that yellow "12-volt battery memory." Yellow 12-volt battery memory. What do you know? It's just that easy, folks. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. Ain't no other way to say it. Just find your size that fits. That red one's a little small. Yellow. Yeah. What I like to do with these, you want one just a smidget bigger. Feed your wire all the way through. Give it a little twist. Then bring your heat shrink over. Make sure your solder, which is the little silver part in the middle, is right over your connection. That way when you start heating it, make sure you move those. You want to go on a low one and just slow. Get everything melting, that solder melting, that heat shrink melting. You definitely want to get multiple sides now. But you'll see her start shrinking up. Easy peasy. I learned a lesson, and I'm gonna share it with you. Heat gun, heat shrink, gets hot. Yeah, it gets hot. So be patient, take your time with it. In between, blow on it, give it a minute, let it cool down just a little, because you might touch it and be like, oh, that's hot. So, time for a time lapse of just throwing all this together, and then we'll plug it up and see if it works. Anywho's, it's together. Now I noticed one thing, the illumination wire in the harness, not the new radio harness, but the new harness, doesn't have a home on this harness. I'm pretty sure that it's fine. But if not, you would want to hook that illumination up to like your dome lights, your your dash lights. You know, some cars have a dimmer, so you can make your dash lights like dim or real bright. You can sometimes hook into that too. Being how the instructions did not call for it, we're not going to hook it up just yet, and we're going to see what happens. By all means, if it doesn't light up like it's supposed to, we'll fix it for them, okay? But without further ado, let's hop in the truck and plug this sucker in and see if it beep boops or goes or anything like that. See if we can make some or smoke.
It ain't never gonna get no easier.
Black to black, gray to gray, and just plug in your radio. Okay. Whoa, whoa. No power. Okay. We're going to check fuses. We're going to get the multimeter out and actually make sure we're getting 12 volts up here. Because for all we know, the other radio, maybe it wasn't working because it lost power or just was really old and brittle. But nevertheless, we will find out. Check this out. Got this off Temu as well. Guess it's time to do a review. So anywho's, I put it on 12 volt checker mode and just checked to make sure I had power here and here and here and everything, and I did. Turns out there's a fuse missing. So if anybody else has a Ford F-150 and they put a radio in, they're like, oh, it's not working, or their dome light isn't working, check fuse number 8, courtesy dome cargo lamps, electrical outside mirrors, radio clock memory, speedometer memory, warning buzzer, chime module. It's 15 amp fuse. Didn't have one in it at all. Put one in, lights come on, buzzes, and you'll never guess what else came on. Ta-da! Looks like we've got radio. Now let me see if I can, well, I'm not going to be able to hook anything up, but, because I record my phone. But I hear buzzing. I don't know if we'll get any radio stations in here. Oh, wait. Oh. All right, cool. So, okay, it works. So now just make sure everything's clicked in, and then just let's see if we can real quick. Can you guys still see? All right. Make sure that's in there good. Oh, don't come back on. We don't want to get in trouble. Oh, first we're going to take this illumination wire that we didn't use, because look, it's illuminating, and we're just going to tape the far out of it. We could heat shrink it. You could just cut it off completely, but no matter what you do, it's just always good to keep bare wires of any kind, whether it's a tip of a sleeve or anything, covered. Well, bam! Make sure that all's there. Right side up. Everything's in. Oh, no. Quiet. Quiet on set. I know we're not monetized yet, but all it takes is one, right, guys? All right, here we go. Now it's gonna be a tight fit. How did I do that? I muted it. Yeah, it's him, baby. All right, radio's in. Easy peasy. See? Now, yeah, the illumination wire, because I was just checking all the boxes. I double checked the illumination wire's purpose, and it's just that. It's just you plug it up to your 12 volt, like I said, a dimmer, your headlights or whatever, and it just lets the radio know when you turn your lights and stuff on, so it can adjust the brightness accordingly. But it all works. You heard music. I heard music. I heard sound. Sounded like it was coming out all the speakers. It's a pretty straightforward install. Straightforward. Ha! Ha! So with that being said, I'm going to close up the shop tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll film another one. And we'll do this radiator and swap it. And see what else we can find on this old gal. So with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you have not. That way, you are notified when we post these shitty videos, if I may. So, till next time. Okay, bye. Catchphrase.